Hello everyone, it's Christine here and we're back for our stitch along and we're doing some further variations of chain stitch. So I have stitched 2 rows of a regular chain stitch down here, which we'll be using as our foundation for the stitch that we're doing today, which is interlaced chain stitch. So I've just threaded it up a single strand of a like a perle cotton. It is number 16 in the Finca brand. And I'm going to pop out at the top of one of my rows of regular chain stitch. And then I am going to slide the needle from the right to the left under the right hand stitch, the right hand side of the second chain stitch. So I'm going to count down to the second chain stitch and I'm going to use the back of my needle just so I don't skewer it, or the eye of my needle. And I'm going to slide it just under the right hand side, from right to left. And then we're going to pull the thread through so it will look like that, looping around and under. Then we're going to slide the needle from left to right under the right hand side of the first chain stitch and the thread that's already lacing around it. So let me just change hands. So I'm going to slide my needle under that right hand side, catching that laced thread, and also catching the foundation stitch, and we're going to pull that through. So what you should then end up with is that little stitch coming through like that. And then we're going to pull the thread, which we've done, pulled the thread through. Then we're going to slide the needle from right to left under the right hand side of the third chain stitch. So we're going to count down to the third, and we're going to do that similar motion that we did in the initial stitch. So we're just working on that right hand side, so you're not doing anything yet on the sort of left hand side. And then we're going to slide the needle from left to right under the previous chain stitch and lacing thread. So now we're just starting the repeating motion, so we're going to go left to right and pull that through. And so what you'll be getting is that lovely little lacing effect on your foundation piece. And so we're going to continue to the end of the row doing that. So we're always jumping down one and going left to right. And then we're going back one and, going right to left first and then going left to right. Sorry, I'll get my directions right. And then jumping down again and going from right to left. And then going back a stitch and going left to right. Never going through the fabric at this stage. It's all just lacing around. So then coming down, going right to left, and then coming back a stitch. Right to left and then left to right, but just working on that right hand side of the row of stitches. So I hope you can see. I'll just bring it up. So coming down and going right to left, and then going left to right through the previous stitch. And so you'll end up, and you can tell if you've done the right thing, because you should have a little cross stitch all the way down over each of those junctions. And then you have the running, sort of the stitch running up the side. So right to left down here, and then left to right down here, down to the bottom, right to left, back to there, and then to end off, take the needle to the back at the end of the last chain stitch. So yeah, we're just going to take it down to here, which means we'll just get that running stitch that runs down the side there. So that's how it should look after you've done that first side. So then we are going to secure the thread at the back. If we're following the instructions in the book, we can always work out efficiencies ourselves once we've mastered the stitch. But it says to anchor it off at the back, and we will do that. Oops, and we'll try not to create a a knot, but if we need to, I'll fix it up later. Is always, no, I think we can get that fixed. Goodo. Let's just get this tied off properly without creating a mess at the back. Okay. And I'm going to still use the same colour, and I think I've still got enough left on here, so I won't rethread or recut another piece. So I hope you're having a great day or a great evening. So now we're going to again pop up where we popped up to start with. So at the start of our row, and then we're going to take the needle from the left to the right under the left hand side of the second chain stitch. So we're now working on the other side, and we're going left to right first under the second stitch. And let's just make it go there. And then we're going to take the needle from right to left under the first chain stitch and lace and catch that first thread. So right to left, catching that thread. And then we're going to continue in the manner working in the mirror image that we did the first time. So we've done that one, so we then come down and do this one from left to right, and then we go back and go right to left to catch that one, and then do this one. Sorry, I might do it on an angle, it might be a bit easier than me trying to use different hands. And then back through that stitch to catch both the threads, and then down to the next one, always just working on the side that we're working, not capturing the other stitches on the other side. And then back this way, and then left to right. And yeah, using the eye of the needle just means you don't skewer the threads. Oops. Right to left. Left to right. Right to left. Left to right. Or did I not go down too? Did I go? No, there's already a loop there. Hang on. Hang on. So I need to go left to right. Right to left. And then we are done. So we just come down at the very end. Because you can always tell if you've done too many stitches, because you just need to have the one little cross over each of the ones. And yeah, you don't end up with any piercing through apart from at the back and at the front. And so that is our completed interlaced chain stitch. So we'll just tie that off. And then if you want to see the other side, we can quickly do that. Hopefully we've got the hang of it now. I might use, sorry, just bumped the camera. Just having a look what I've got out in terms of a single strand. I think single strand works best so you're not kind of getting twistiness occurring. Looking for a colour that might be good to use. Is that going to be, that's a wool, it's probably a bit too bright, that one. Could use a bit of this yellow that I've been using recently for making a beautiful marigold for one of my stitchery swap pieces. Better not say too much because I don't want to ruin the surprise. Okay, so let us go. make a knot, and so we're going to pop up at the end of the row. Sorry, and I'll try and keep it on camera. And then we're going to come through, starting on the second stitch, right to left, and then we're going to go back left to right on the previous stitch. And then we're going to go down, go right to left, and then back left to right. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what this type of wool thread is. It is really lovely to work with. Very fine. I think it's a pure wool. I'm going to have to look up the brand of it, find out some more about it. Definitely worth doing a couple of rows just so you kind of get the stitch into your head, because the first time you're kind of doing it, you're just thinking about it a lot, whereas when you do it then just by sort of more naturally, it starts to go into your muscle memory, I reckon. I very much learn by doing. And that's why I wanted to create this series one, so that I would actually just do it myself. But I figured if I was doing it myself, then others could benefit from watching and doing as well. Okay, and then we're just going to pop it down here. And I will follow the instructions and tie it off, but I reckon the next time I do this, I will see how it would work if I just, continued my way back down the row, whether that would work. But there must be a reason the book says to tie off and then pop out then start at the same end that you started the original one. Not sure why. Just tying my knot in the end. Nope, and it didn't actually tie. It slid right off. Slidey thread. The fun of watching me knot my threads. Okay. So we're going to come back to the top, and now we're going to work down the other side. So we'll pop out at exactly the same spot, as close thereof as possible. And then we're going to go down to the second, and we're just going to work down the left-hand side now, coming left to right, and then coming back right to left at the previous stitch. Left to right, previous stitch, right to left. Left to right. And you're always just catching that interlacing thread as well when you come back. Left to right, and then right to left. Sorry, I probably just was off camera then. That's not particularly helpful. Yeah, work out where it's easiest to hold it. I think it's a bit easier for me like this because I'm not having to keep switching hands for the needle like I was first time around. Okay, and then we take it down and we are done if we don't get a knot on the surface. There we go. So that is our beautiful little interlacing chain stitch or interlaced chain stitch. So I hope you enjoyed that one, and we are going to move on to chain stitch open tomorrow, and they're suggesting we do it around a corner. So I guess we might do up this side, and then we can always decide if we come around, and they're suggesting 2 parallel lines, almost like a frame on a picture or something. So we'll come back to that tomorrow, and I hope you enjoyed, this one. I'll definitely be using the interlaced chain stitch. It looks quite complicated looking at the instructions, but it's actually a great little stitch. Thanks for watching. Take care, folks. Bye.